Some of y'all are tryhards, and it shows. Yo, it's me, your boy, JJV, saying welcome to another vidya. And yes, y'all, we are going to be having a look at this meme here that apparently is stirring up a whole lot of selective outrage. And we finna get into all that, you know what I'm saying, once we get into this vidya. So apparently there's this Lion King reface meme, this AI meme, whatever it is, that's making the waves. And of course it's stirring up. Apologies if you hear some rumbling in the background. Apparently my neighbor thought this would be a nice time to take this tricked out Silverado for a cruise. But anyway, yeah, as I was saying before I was interrupted, we got some people, you know, coming out with some selective outrage. They're already doing the whole "oh, Trump is racist" campaign and what have you, which is kind of a, you know, dead in the water issue, considering we have a spicy female rapper who will have some things to say about that. But anyway, let's go ahead and let's get into this video. Your boy's gonna put on his headset. I can hear the dirty comments now because I said the wrong thing, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? I knew what I got myself into when I said what I said. But anyway, let's go ahead and get a look at this video. This once again comes from Devin Gibson's channel. Shout out to him. He's been a great source in getting some very valuable information. And yeah, so let's go ahead and let's check this video out, shall we? And let me just say thank you, Devin, for getting my channel copyright claim.
So to all the young people out there, as well as those of you who consider yourselves young at heart, I want you to stay angry.
Ladies and gentlemen, the deporter-in-chief himself, the man with the highest deportation record, highest number of deportations recorded, with over 3 million deportations, so which makes him the most racist president in modern history, Mr. Barack Obama. Oh, Barry.
I want you to stay frustrated.
All right, y'all.
See, he wants you to stay frustrated. He wants you to stay mad, stay angry. What kind of a president spreads a message like that? I don't know about y'all, but I want a president, a leader who wants to spread happiness, joy, not anger, not frustration, because, you know, those are all bad things. Anyway.
Now, in case you missed it yesterday, the liberals are freaking out again. They're calling...
Oh, yes, they are.
Trump a racist. I mean, what else is new? They call him a Nazi. They call us Christian white nationalists. They call us all sorts of names under the sun.
The White House deleted a video posted on President Trump's Truth Social that...
Well, look at that. That video that was mostly about the 2020 election fraud, which, yes, we now can, you know, confirm it was a fraud because, you know, the White House has been investigating it. Same White House who just declared that this tasteful video, you know, this little clip right here, this 2-second auto scroll clip, has been taken down. I wonder why that is. Maybe because the president himself didn't like it either.
Included a clip depicting former President Barack Obama and his wife Michelle as apes. The roughly 1-minute video, which appeared on Trump's Truth Social account late February 5th, was mostly focused on claims of vote rigging in the 2020 election.
Hear that? It was mostly depicting the topic that nobody wants to talk about. And that was the election rigging for the 2020 election. That was the key point of this video. But nobody wants to talk about that. No, they want to talk about the 2 seconds of a meme. Okay.
When suddenly the AI-generated images of the Obamas as apes scrolls into frame, while the song "The Lion Sleeps Tonight" plays in the background.
You see this image right here, and it's made headlines all day. It's in that video that President Trump posted.
See, never mind the election rigging point of the video. No. This is what they want to focus on, because this is more important than what actually happened with the 2020 election. Never mind what happened with the 2020 election. Never mind that it's now being confirmed that there was some fraudulent activity in regards to the 2020 election. No. Let's focus on the 2 seconds where the people from the Democratic Party, 2 people from the Democratic Party, were depicted as animals.
Posted last night on his Truth Social account a 62-second election conspiracy video with an AI-generated image of the Obamas as apes appearing at the end of the clip.
This is racism. This is raw, rank racism when the President of the United States of America, who knows or should know the history of this country and how persons have used this image of persons of African ancestry to be associated with persons who are members of the monkey family.
It is not racist because it is offensive. It is offensive because it is inherently racist. The trope about depicting black people as animals goes all the way back to white Europeans looking for a justification for colonization and the enslavement of African people.
Wow. It's a long way until November. We got more questions.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
Let me ask y'all a question here. Y'all just heard what Joe Biden just said, right? Can you tell me a single time Donald Trump ever said anything like that? Can you? 'Cause I can't. You want to talk racism, right? You want to talk about racist politicians, right? It don't get any worse. That man right there. That man in the blue suit. There's your racist. Right there. Let's let him repeat exactly what he just said.
More questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
How you gonna let a white man tell you who you are based on who you vote for? Please, make that make sense.
Hush up, boy.
I saw some people arguing.
I'm sorry, what did he just say there?
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black. Hush up, boy.
I saw some people arguing, do you think that he really posted this? Do you think, yeah, of course I think he really posted that. Your default position should not be maybe he didn't. Your default position should be to understand why he definitely did. There's a lot of people that say Donald Trump ushered in this, new age of white supremacy, that Donald Trump ushered in hate and all this stuff, and that's not true. Hate ushered in Donald Trump. White supremacy ushered in Donald Trump.
No, not really.
But wait, there's more.
The idea that anyone would post a video like that, let alone the President of the United States, someone who's supposed to find ways to bring us together, someone who's supposed to appeal to our better angels, this guy seems to always find a lower and lower common denominator. Here in Pennsylvania, we respect all people, no matter what they look like, where they come from, who they love, who they pray to, who they choose not to pray to. We don't scapegoat others, and we certainly don't peddle in racist videos and other racist statements like this president.
So where's the outrage from when Joe Biden said what he said in regard to black folks? How come we're not calling Joe Biden out for what he said? Knowing he actually said it. We saw it for ourselves. We heard it for ourselves. No, that was not AI. That was the real deal Joe Biden who said what he just said. And this is why I can't take a lot of these liberals who want to call Trump racist seriously. I can't take your outrage seriously because y'all are not afraid. Well, no, I was going to say y'all not afraid, but y'all are afraid to call out your own. Y'all are afraid to check your own party, to check members of your own camp when they say stupid shit like that. You want to talk about selective outrage? Some of y'all showing your true colors. I see how quick some of you are when you were so quick into coddling the Obamas, right? When you saw that stupid meme, which that's all it was at the end of the day. It was a stupid meme, it's a stupid joke. I don't think it was funny either. I don't agree with it. I don't think it was funny either. But it is what it is. You're so quick to coddle the Obamas, but yet Nicki Minaj, a black woman, she was so bold in her decision to stand by our current sitting president, right? And she's been facing so much heat, so much backlash. Where's the outrage for her? How come we're not protecting her? I don't understand. I thought, we're against racism, against people of color. Oh, but Nicki Minaj don't count? Why? Because her views, her morals, her values don't align with yours? Really? Huh. Okay. I see y'all.
Has made. He needs to do better.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
I thought the meme was hilarious. Matter of fact, it's made by my man Zerius over on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. I used that meme in a video months ago. It's hilarious, but
okay, and my man here is entitled to find it hilarious, find it funny. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It's a joke. It's a stupid meme. Fine. I still don't like it. I don't agree with it. I'm not offended by it. I just don't like it. I don't agree with it. I don't find it funny. You know what I'm saying? He has a different opinion, and he's entitled to that opinion. I don't agree with it, but I respect it.
These are the same people over on the left, these loony Democrats and demon worshipers over there. They want to be offended by all these little minuscule things that really aren't that serious, but at the same time, they won't take offense to murdering children. They call it abortion and women's health care.
I mean, my man makes a solid argument there. I can't disagree with that. Y'all want to act like you have this moral high ground, right, over the president, but yet y'all, like he said, y'all are the party that believes in murking babies. That this abortion thing, which is, disguised as, like he said, healthcare, right? Women with their my body, my choice, right? You want to get offended with, and you want to call out racism because people are being depicted in a certain light, based on the content of their skin and whatever. Some of y'all are very much hypocritical when it comes to stuff like that. Now, the Nicki Minaj selective, attacks aside, some of y'all who be crying racism are quick to be attacking Donald Trump based on his skin tone, his skin color, by referring to him as the Orange Man bad, the evil Orange Man, or as Eminem likes to call him, Agent Orange. So again, you see how when you call out racism when there really isn't none, you see how that destroys your credibility, right? And why people with half a brain don't even take y'all seriously. Nobody in their ever-loving right mind would take any of you seriously. Because again, your selective outrage, your selective victimhood mentality.
We allow mutilation of kids and they celebrate it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. They don't mind the mutilation of kids. The whole sex change thing with kids, transgender kids. Y'all are the party that supports that stuff. And you want to act like you have this moral high ground over everybody else? I don't think so. You creepy weirdos.
But the minute a meme is posted depicting Obama and Big Mike, aka Michelle, as apes, and that's not even the full context.
You can see the original video here. right?
So here we go, y'all. We're gonna see the full meme, okay? So you know it's not just the Obamas. It's a joke about the whole entire Democratic Party. Let's get into it.
Right, in full context, it's not just, you know, the Obamas or whatever, but is also Democrats, right? Democrats.
See, look, Democrats as a whole. You got Hillary here as a hog, which I find that amusing. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, the title of the...
Oh, look at that. We got old man Newsom right there and AOC as jackasses. I mean, they look like jackasses. They are jackasses.
This video is President Trump, King of the Jungle. So it's a bunch of Democrats as, you know, animals, right?
And look at that. Look at that. Who is that right there also being depicted as an ape? Ironic too. I find that ironic too. You got Joe Biden as an ape after all the things he said about black folks over the years. The most racist vice president / president we've ever had in history right here, ladies and gentlemen. And he's being depicted as an ape. A damn dirty ape. Anyway.
Kamala's a turtle. I think Biden's an orangutan. So, I mean, you know, hey, is that racist? Right? Is Biden been orangutan racist, or is it just black folks, right, that are depicted as apes? Is that the only thing that's racist? You have Trump as a lion.
So I will give this meme that much. Yeah, it's not being biased as to which race should be whatever, a certain type of animal or anything like that. Nah, it's pretty much fair game. You know what I mean? So I have to give it that.
Right. Whoopi. Right? Harry says.
See, look, you got Whoopi as a hippo. And I don't feel sorry for Whoopi at all. Knowing now what we know about her and Jeffrey Epstein.
So it's like, yeah, I mean, it's a meme.
It was not handled the best way. They should have immediately investigated it and realized that it was an automatic scroll into a video, which, as you did play, depicted a number of people and animals. Is it silly? Yes. But was it vindictive, and does it classify the president of the United States as a racist? No. And I think if you look at his policies, people in his cabinet, the people who have visited the White House, including Nicki Minaj recently, to call him a racist or to imply that he is one based on that video is very disingenuous and lacking context.
Thank you.
Social media post that you...
And here is the interview post, Truth Social post. You know what I mean? Again, where the majority of that post was about the fraudulent election, the fraudulent 2020 election that we've experienced.
Took down earlier today. The White House says that a staffer sent it.
Again, acknowledged that the post was taken down.
Who sent it, and are you going to fire?
I looked at it. I saw it, and I just looked at the first part. It was about voter fraud in someplace, Georgia. There was a lot of voter fraud, 2020 voter fraud. And I didn't see the whole thing. I guess during the end of it, there was some kind of that people don't like. I wouldn't like it either, but I didn't see.
Let me let my man say that again.
During the end of it, there was some kind of that people don't like. I wouldn't like it either, but I didn't.
I wouldn't like it either, quote unquote, said the president of the United States. He didn't like it, so therefore the post was removed.
And see it. I looked at the first part, and it was really about voter fraud and the machines, how crooked it is, how disgusting it is. Then I gave it to the people to generally they look at the whole thing, but I guess somebody didn't, and they posted, and we took it down, and we took it,
took it down. It's gone.
But that was a voter fraud that nobody talks about. They don't like to talk about that.
And he's not wrong. Again, see, people didn't care about the majority of the video, which again was about the whole voter fraud situation. No, they only focused on that end portion, the last 2 seconds, where you saw the Obamas depicted as apes. That's all they cared about, and that's all they made a whole big to-do about. Never mind the voter fraud situation. No, let's focus on this thing, this stupid, silly joke, this meme that's got people all in their feels. It's got their panties all in a wad.
Post. We took it down as soon as we found out about it.
Mr. President, a number of Republicans are calling on you to apologize for that post. Is that something you're going to do?
No, I didn't make a mistake. I mean, I look at a lot of thousands of things. I looked at the beginning of it. It was fine. They had that one post, and I guess it was a takeoff. By the way, a lot of people covered. If you look at where it came from, I guess it was a takeoff on The Lion King. And certainly it was a very strong post in terms of voter fraud. Nobody knew that was at the end. If they would have looked, they would have seen it. And probably they would have had the sense to take it down. But
with Trump staffer, Trump, I don't care who.
Yeah, see, as Trump said, he's not apologizing because even though, it was on his account, he didn't post it. One of his staffers posted, and it was an oversight, as he says. And once they realized that was in there, they took it down. So he's not wrong. If he didn't post it, which I don't think Trump is very good at social media. I mean, that much is proven. I don't think he even knows how to post stuff. He's got a team that does it for him. And like he said, once he realized, okay, that was in there, let's get that taken down. That's not a good look. That's got to go. We don't support that. You know what I mean? We're not with that. Take it down.
Posted. I think the video is funny. Since when can we not make fun of politicians and people? And come on, y'all. This isn't Jim Crow. This isn't racism. This isn't anything like that. It's a meme. It's the internet. It's funny. Y'all on the left will be quick to point the finger at Trump and call us every name under the sun. There's all sorts of hostile and nonsense. But the minute a funny video is generated, and it's not even actual video, I'm going to play you some clips to wrap it all together beautifully with a little bow on top. Not just coming from me, not just, a 25% West African individual like myself, which doesn't matter at the end of the day. Again, all one race, the human race. But since people want to play this identity politics game and get offended when it fits their narrative and they can twist it.
And that's one of the things I miss about comedy, dude. Comedy, it used to be like everyone was fair game. It didn't matter what race you were. It didn't matter, who you were, male, female, handicapped, not handicapped. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got made fun of back in the day. Who remembers that old comedy skit show In Living Color? Go back and look at that show. The Wayans brothers, right? We let them get away with making so many different people, right? Jim Carrey was on that show. And we let him get away with making fun of, all sorts of people because he was associated with the Wayans. But I mean, at the end of the day, it was just jokes. You know what I mean? The real world, yes, it's funny. There's so many funny aspects on a lot of things in the real world. We use humor as a coping mechanism. You know what I'm saying? And everybody got it. That was one of the things that I've always loved and appreciated about comedy. It never, discriminated against anybody in particular. No, everybody was fair game. That was one of the reasons why I love Eminem when he first came out with his music. He went after everybody. It didn't matter if you were white, black, Spanish, Asian, whatever the case, able-bodied, handicapped, straight, gay, bi, it didn't matter. He went after everybody in a lot of his earlier stuff. That's why I'm not as much of a fan of more recent Eminem, because he's gone woke and he's gone, all sensitive and whatever, and is now picking and choosing his targets. I'm not a fan of that, dude. You should be able to make fun of everybody. You know what I mean? Everybody is fair game. You know what I'm saying? You should be able to laugh at yourself. You can't laugh at yourself, then guess what? You don't get to laugh at others.
Propagandize and gaslight and do all of that. Oh, we'll go along with it for a second, but I'm gonna show you the truth. That's what we do over here. But these people, man, I'm not offended by it. I don't care about it. I think it's hilarious. Melanin content doesn't define me as a man.
And I disagree. I don't think it's funny. You know what I'm saying? Am I offended by it? No, because look, like I said, it was just a joke. I just don't agree with it. I don't find it funny or whatever. You know what I mean? Now that I got full context of the meme, I get it. I understand it. I still don't like it. I still don't think it's funny. You know what I mean? Is it creative? Sure. But yeah, I just don't find it funny, and that's just me.
Doesn't define you as a woman or anything. Are you a righteous G?
And my man here is allowed to feel differently. He's allowed to laugh at it. If he finds it funny, cool. You know what I mean? Does that make him a bad person? No.
Jesus-loving individual who's repented and humbled yourself under the mighty name of the Lord Yeshua? Or are you just out here glorifying lawlessness like the left likes to do? This is ridiculous, y'all.
And that's another thing too. This is why I can't take the left seriously when it comes to moral high grounds and stuff. When it comes to morals, values, and everything. Because this is the same party that supports lawlessness. Same party that supports child mutilations. This is the party that supports, you know, child sex change operations. And you want to act like you have the moral high ground? I don't think so. Miss me with that noise.
It's nuttier than squirrel turds. The meme, my man Zerius has a ton of them. They're all gooder than chicken to me, better than butter. Do they toe the boundary line? Sure, but I'm the type of person that when you're speaking truth, there is no boundaries because the truth will set you free. The light shines in the darkness. When it's there, it's there. Those of us with discernment, we see what's real and what's not. And I didn't even really want to make a video about this, but I want to address it. I want to get it all out there. You could take it how you want to. If you're the type of person that wants to be offended by anything under the sun, then everything really doesn't matter at the end of the day. If you don't see things for what they are and see through the nonsense, all I can do is pray for you. If you want to be offended by this back end of a video, that's your prerogative. I'm going to keep promoting truth. I'm going to keep celebrating righteousness and victories when they happen. And boy, has there been a lot of them in this MAGA agenda. This is beautiful. If you're an American, if you're somebody that loves to walk in accordance with law, and you look to God and you respect and appreciate and know who God puts in power, and it's all designed to work according to his will, give some props, give some salutes.
And there's another thing too. I'm sick and tired of people weaponizing God against the president. You know what I mean? Because how do you know God's not using Trump? Remember when Trump almost got assassinated, right? He took a bullet through the ear. How do you know it wasn't God's will to keep Trump alive? How do you know that? You don't know that. But there was a reason why Trump was kept alive, and there's a reason why he is our president currently. And maybe, just maybe, that's the will of God.
Don't just nitpick and nag and whine and complain because Trump, he did something racist. It's not racist. I love y'all. I'm praying for you regardless of what side you're on. I pray that you step up off that wide path of destruction and make your way onto the narrow way through the narrow gate that leads to life, which can only be found in Jesus. And if you're reading your Bible, you know what that Bible, the basic instructions before leaving Earth says? There's no way that you can stand on the Democrat side and vote that way. There is no, oh my goodness.
Dude, I have my own, you know, I'm glad that this actually came up, and the thought just hit me too. But there was a time a while back on Facebook, right? One of my cousins actually depicted me as a monkey. I wasn't bothered by it. I was offended by it. I thought it was stupid. I thought it was silly. I thought it was childish. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it is what it is. I wasn't offended by it at all. It's just like, okay, whatever. You think I'm a monkey? Okay, cool. Do you? You know what I mean? You got time making memes about a family member, a relative. You know what I mean? That y'all don't really spend any time with, making look like a monkey. Hey, cool. Do you? Don't bother me none. It is what it is.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. Your brain stem cannot be connected in common sense with the neurons firing on all cylinders. I pray for you, but let's get it popping.
I want to come to you and talk to you about inequality in schools and race.
We bring social workers into homes of parents to help them deal with how to raise their children. It's not that they don't want to help. They don't know quite what to do. Poor kids are just as bright and just as...
Bringing social workers, people's homes, right? Because they feel that you're not capable of raising your own children. Okay.
Talented as white kids. Unlike the African American kids. How to raise their children. It's not that they don't want to help. They don't know quite what to do. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. Who are the poor kids?
Unlike the African American community, with notable exceptions, the Latino community is an incredibly diverse community with incredibly different attitudes about different things.
Some black woman was able to stack the grocery shelf.
I'm like the token black.
Why did it have to be a black woman that stacked a grocery shelf? Why can't it just be a woman that was stacking on the grocery shelf? Stacking groceries on the shelf. Or whatever the hell he said. Why it had to be a black woman? Why can't it just be a woman?
You're the token woman. I was the token young person.
They're going to put you all back in chains. I have great relationships with them because there's an awful lot of driving cabs.
They will, or a portion of them will, become the predators 15 years from now. And Madam President, we have predators on our streets.
And tried to reassign blame and said that I should apologize to him.
Corey should apologize. He knows better. Come on, man. Give me a break. You know better.
Come on, man, me. He lied to voters, according to the New York Times, quoting aides of Biden's, about having marched in the civil rights movement. I came out of the civil rights movement. I was one of those guys that sat in and marched and all that stuff. But I was not out marching. I was not down in Selma. I was not anywhere else. I happen to think that the one way to ensure that you set the civil rights movement in America further back is to continue to push busing. And I support the effort to curtail the ability of courts to bus. We're going to integrate people so that they all have the same access and they learn to grow up with one another and all the rest is a rejection of the whole movement of black pride.
They can't even sell racism without black and brown people helping them, and that's part of the problem.
They can't sell racism, right? Is that what he said?
Black pride.
They can't even sell racism without black and brown people helping them.
They can't even sell racism without black and brown people helping them. Wow. Wow.
And that's part of the problem.
It's funny. You should say that.
Like the statement he made was interesting, you know, because that's something I hear from other black people. You know, it's very interesting to see that an old white man also looks at black people in that way. Like that question, what makes somebody black? That's a discussion for black people to have, you know. And a white man is certainly not qualified to have that discussion. But people...
White man's not qualified to have that discussion. But yet, you, Charlemagne, you let the white man dictate who you are by who you vote for. And now that he's not on your show, now you're going to say he's not qualified to tell you that? I'm sorry, man, but Charlemagne the God is a whole bitch. And he just proved it right there.
Do connect blackness to support and protection of black culture. So I guess when we see a black person voting for Trump and you know Trump is a threat to marginalized people in this country, it does make you question how much that person cares about his people. So I understand the statement is just a shot coming from a whole white man like Joe Biden. It was a real Bulworth moment, if you've ever seen that movie.
They can't sell their racism without the active participation of black and brown people.
And two of the great artists of our time representing the groundbreaking legacy of hip-hop in America, LL Cool J. By the way, that man's got biceps bigger than my thighs. I think
he just called LL Cool J that boy. Wow. Wow.
So we're asking 800-585-1051. We're talking the term boy.
He's just old, y'all.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, he's just old. He's just old. You know, it's all right. It's okay when he does it.
I don't like the term boy.
Well, I don't like the term either, and I feel like it hits different from white people.
Yeah, I don't like the term either. I feel like it hits different from white people, but he's just old. He just old.
But he corrected himself right there on the spot.
He did.
But he corrected himself right there on the spot.
He did.
They can't even sell racism without black and brown people helping them, and that's part of the problem.
Yeah, he did, you know, correct himself, but I just think it came out natural. Like that's his natural conversation, natural talk, and he caught himself saying it and be like, oh.
And it was cringeworthy
Let me fix that right.
It's LL Cool J. It's like, what do you mean?
I think it was worth that he got LL's name wrong and added another J, but
it's like, what do you mean?
I think it was worth that he got LL's name wrong and added another J, but
what's wrong with you people?
Dude, for real, what is wrong with y'all?
And you got a hell of a new governor in Westmore, I tell you. He's the real deal, and the boy looked like he can still play. He got some guns on him.
Again, this is why I cannot take y'all libs seriously when it comes to this issue.
He's the real deal, and the boy looked like he can still play. He got some guns on him.
I repeat, this is why I can't take all you raging race-baiting libs seriously. So it's fine when Joe Biden did it, but God forbid should Donald Trump try. Oh, he's the racist.
They can't even sell racism without black and brown people helping them, and that's part of the problem.
Unchain Wall Street. They're going to put you all back in chains.
My Democratic colleagues don't like me saying this. I think the two-party system is good for the South and good for the Negro, good for the black. Other than the fact that they still call me boy, I think they've changed their mind a little bit.
There's also noted Robert C. Byrd was a parliamentary library, a keeper of the institution of the...
Alright, so you see what it says right there in the corner of the screen, right? Robert Byrd, former KKK leader. Watch what Joe Biden says about him.
Senate, and he was the institution itself. For a lot of us, he was a friend.
He was a friend, as Joe Biden says.
He was a mentor and he was a guide.
He was a mentor.
1987, he bragged about getting an award from George Wallace.
Biden bragged about an award from the notorious segregationist Governor George Wallace and told the Philadelphia Inquirer, "I think the Democratic Party could stand a liberal George Wallace, someone who's not afraid to stand up and offend people."
The Philadelphia Inquirer, yesterday, you were quoted as saying, "The one lesson I learned from my previous presidential run is words matter."
That's right.
And you can't take words lightly. And then you came out with this one. All right, here you go. Listen to this one. This is great. Barack Obama.
So this one, Jon Stewart, was great, man. He wasn't afraid to hold, Joe Biden accountable.
I mean, you got the first mainstream African American who's articulate and bright and clean and a nice looking guy. I mean, that's a storybook, man.
Well, let me tell you something. I spoke to Barack today.
I bet you did.
I also spoke to Jesse and Al Sharpton and I also
and
spoke
Michael
to
Jordan and anybody you could get your hands on. The Jackson 5. Who else?
Michael didn't call me. Look, what I was attempting to be, was not very artfully, is complimentary. This is an incredible guy. This is a phenomenon. This guy is, and look, the other part of this thing is, the word that got me in trouble is using the word clean. I should have said fresh. What I meant is he's got new ideas. He's a new guy in the block, and it's not working, right?
I'm going to help you out. Let me help you out.
I like it.
Throw up the sentence again. Here's what we're going to do. This is the sentence as it appeared. I'm going to help you out using punctuation. All right, here's what you could do. Throw a period up there right after African American. I mean, you got the first mainstream African American. Boom. Okay. Who is articulate and bright and clean and a nice looking guy? I mean, that's a storybook. Man. Right there. Nobody could argue with that.
That's what I meant to say.
And that is...
Oh, I bet that was what you meant to say.
Is really all you needed to do.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal.
Don't forget to hit that.
Thank you, Mr. Willy Wonka. All right, so that is the end of Devin Gibson's video. Now, there's another video I wanted to get into with y'all. Because remember I mentioned Nicki Minaj earlier, right? Courtesy of my man Benny Johnson, another YouTuber who I like to follow. I like to watch from time to time to keep up on all the current news. One of the most honest news sources, by the way, unlike the mainstream National Enquirers, I like to call them. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into Benny Johnson's video, shall we?
That's the kind of dude I was looking for. And yes, you'll get slapped if you're looking hoe. I said, excuse me, you're a hell of a guy. I mean, you're like pelican fly.
What's up, guys? It's Benny. At this rate, Nicki Minaj is going to become a Trump cabinet secretary. Nicki Minaj was with President Trump yesterday on stage announcing the Trump accounts, big time savings accounts for kids across America. Pretty awesome. You're going to have a baby born in the year 2026 or beyond. They're going to get a savings account. Trump was actually literally making Nicki Minaj blush on stage, and they joined each other on stage. President Trump welcomed Nicki up, and they even made TikTok content together.
And I'm with the queen of...
Hello guys, I'm with my favorite president, the best president of all time.
And I'm with the queen of rap.
That's it. That's the end of the TikTok. There you go. That's it. Sucker flew, by the way, on TikTok. Wasn't just Donald Trump. Nicki Minaj is doing TikTok memes with Stephen Miller's wife. Her name's Katie Miller. Here we go. There you go. Okay, doing the bees in the trap. Nicki Minaj is also getting back at her haters because Nicki Minaj, well, as much as she likes to say, this is my president.
Hello guys, I'm with my favorite president.
It's actually not. Because Nicki Minaj is not an American citizen. Nicki Minaj was born in Trinidad and
boom! Here we go. Look at this. Oh, look at this petition. Change.org. Deport Nicki Minaj back to Trinidad. But I thought deportations were racist. Oh, but you want Donald Trump to deport Nicki Minaj back to Trinidad. Again, why should I take your cries of racism seriously? Look at this, 73,000 plus signatures, verified signatures. 73,000 plus verified racist. Really hurting your cause here, aren't you? Oh man. Stop. Stop embarrassing yourselves. For your own sake. For the sake of your loved ones. Stop.
Tobago. So they deport Nicki Minaj back to Trinidad. Petition. Very racist, by the way.
I agree. Especially by going by their logic. I agree.
Now has tens of thousands of signatures. Oh no. Let's go ahead and read. Nicki Minaj's actions and words have taken a turn that has left many of her supporters and those who once found solace in her music feeling deeply betrayed. She was once a voice for alphabet people. She's now flipped her stance, asserting outdated and harmful notions that boys should just be boys.
Exactly. If you were born a boy, you're a boy. And when you grow up, guess what? You're going to be a man. If you're a girl, if you're born a girl, you're a girl. And when you grow up, guess what? You're going to be a woman. Not a man, a woo-man. Woman. It's called biology, okay? That's how it works.
These are the people who should be deported, honestly. These statements
I agree.
Aren't just insensitive, they undermine the foundations of a community that looked up to her for advocacy and understanding. Sign the petition to urge immigration authorities to review Nicki Minaj's residency status in the United States and consider deporting her back to Trinidad in response to her harmful rhetoric. Reminder. Freedom of speech! Freedom of speech! Jimmy Kimmel, freedom of speech!
Right? Jimmy Kimmel was on crime for freedom of speech, right? But freedom of speech shouldn't belong to a selective group of people. It should be freedom of speech for all. And guess what? In the Constitution, it says free speech for all. And the only way you can violate freedom of speech is when you incite violence. Violence of any kind. When you threaten somebody, guess what? You violated your freedom of speech.
Calling for deporting Nicki Minaj amasses tens of thousands of signatures. Get ready. ladies and gentlemen, because Nicki Minaj just brought the literal Trump card to this conversation. Nicki Minaj was given.
Now, this was something I wanted to address as well. Now, people are saying this Trump card is fake, or it's not what people think that it is. Basically it's a fast track ticket to finalize Nicki Minaj's citizenship. It is to help her fast track her papers so she can be a legal, not illegal, like, you know, the people that you just want to come in willy-nilly. No, she wants to become a legal U.S. citizen, and Trump is going to help her achieve that goal. For a racist president, I mean, he kind of sucks at being racist, if we're being 100% here.
A Donald Trump gold card. Here we go. Well, this is in response to the deportation requests. Donald Trump is saying not only do you, of course, get to stay in America, but you get a fast track to becoming a U.S. citizen, which is what the Donald Trump gold card provides. So the Trump gold card, you get to be a U.S. citizen and you get to fast track it. Nicki Minaj saying residency, the cope is coping. Finally, that citizenship paperwork, as we speak, for my wonderful, gracious, charming president. Thanks to the petition, I wouldn't have done it without you. Oh, Citizenica, you are the moment. Gold card free of charge. And she posts this.
Hey, Nicki Minaj is a horror fan, man. She likes the Child's Play movies. She likes Chucky. Cool.
This is pretty great. The comment.
No, it would have been cooler. She should have posted a image of Tiffany doing the middle finger. I'm pretty sure you can find an image of Tiffany doing the middle finger. But Chucky works.
It's our remarkable, incredible timeline we're in. Congrats. This is amazing. Congrats. Welcome. Very good. There's no idea if this is a Photoshop or not. Diamonds, Trump. That's right, President Trump.
See, so where's the call for racism when Nicki Minaj is getting attacked by members of the Democratic Party, the liberals, huh? The same liberals who claim to be against racism. Where's the support for Nicki Minaj? Why should she be deported? I thought deportations is racist.
There we go. This is Nicki Minaj at the event yesterday. Nicki Minaj, MAGA, fake news. And this is a real photo. It was one of my favorite photos of all time. President Trump holding hands with Nicki Minaj with those giant acrylic nails. President Trump, what the New World Order feels the most. Unity. That's amazing.
UNITY, that spells unity.
Yeah, the reactions are great. The White House, she is super based. Everyone who signed the petition right now. Nicki Minaj posting her own photo, saluting. She cleared y'all, LMAO, deport that bitches. Chess, not checkers. Chess, not checkers.
Nicki Minaj was also the one who spoke out against Jay-Z and Beyonce, who have been confirmed to be in the Epstein files, by the way. Yes, they are confirmed to be on the Epstein clientele list.
Nicki Minaj just left the White House with a $1 million Trump gold card, putting her on a fast track to citizenship, guaranteeing citizenship effectively. Oh, this bee really played her cards nasty. Give tens where tens is due. Black Twitter loving this. Basically, she said to the petitioners, stay mad.
Exactly. Stay mad. Stay angry. Stay on the losing side of history.
8,000 mentally ill people fuming that they signed a deportation petition. Another win for Nicki. All the others are still struggling to pay rent. 80,000 people looking dumb AF right now. So, what'd you say about that petition? Amazing. Trump gold card. So now the poly market, 39% chance that Trump issues a gold card by March 31st. Nicki Minaj getting a early access, it looks like. And you can buy these gold cards for $1 million. If you're a business, you want to keep an employee, or if you're just a rich person and you want to stay in America, you can buy the gold card for $1 million and get yourself a fast track. Nicki Minaj is buying into the Trump accounts. She supports Trump accounts for Barb's babies. Rap superstar Nicki Minaj is pledging hundreds of thousands of dollars to help fund a new $1,000 tax advantage investment account for her fans' newborns, part of a program the Trump administration is launching. Nicki Minaj will join President Trump, did join President Trump, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent for the Trump Accounts Summit. The super-based hitmaker contributions would mean investments between $150,000 and $300,000 for her fans to set up Barb's account, baby Barb's account. Timeline here is incredible. Final numbers in flux. I absolutely love my Barbs, says Nicki Minaj. She told the Post in a statement referencing her fan base. I want them to bring healthy and successful children into the world. Becoming a mother is the greatest thing that ever happened to me. The experience, joy my son has brought into my life.
Yo, kudos to Nicki Minaj for that, man. She said, yo, becoming a mother was the greatest thing that ever happened to her. Yo, I gotta give her, props for that one. Respect to Nicki Minaj for that one.
What a timeline. What a timeline. Nicki Minaj also speaking at the United Nations on behalf of persecuted Christians.
And look how she's dressed here. Real proper, very professional. You know what I mean? Man, let's go.
Here's Nicki Minaj at the Trump event last night. Yesterday, very short remarks. Very beautiful. Here you go.
Hello. Well, I don't know what to say, but I will say that I am probably the president's #1 fan. And that's not going to change. And the hate or what people have to say, it does not affect me at all. It actually motivates me to support him more.
There you go.
And it's going to motivate all of us to support him more. We're not going to let them get away with bullying him and, the smear campaigns. It's not going to work, okay? He has a lot of force behind him, and God is protecting him.
Look at that, man. Speaking on God. This woman has got class. You know what I'm saying? Bro, let's go. She also got the faith.
Amen.
Go. Amen.
Guys, Spenny, at this rate, Nicki Minaj is going to become a...
My bad, y'all. I didn't mean to start the video all over, but again, this all clearly proves how the left, these crazy liberals, how they operate, right? This is why, again, I can't take them seriously. I just can't, you know what I mean, with their BS, because they claim to be against racism, right? But yet they actually promote more racism than anybody else does. You know what I mean? Again, where's the support for Nicki Minaj? How come y'all aren't holding each other accountable for all the hate that she's receiving from members of your party? See, you only care about racism and protecting, people who are supposedly victims of racism when they are members of your own group. When their values, their morals, right? All these things align with yours. Their opinions align with yours. That's when you care. When they don't, you don't care. You're fake. That's all there is to it, y'all. That's all I gotta say about that, man. So y'all know the deal, man. With all that being said, y'all like my takes on stuff like this, y'all know the deal, man. Like, comment, share, and of course subscribe, especially if you're new and you're digging the vibes. And again, shout out to everyone that's been showing the channel some love. Very much appreciate y'all. I wouldn't be where I am now without y'all. I wouldn't be making any moves without y'all. So thank y'all very, very much for that. Very much appreciate every single one of you. And yeah, man, I can't thank y'all enough, man. Y'all truly are a blessing from God. You know what I mean? And that comes all the way from the bottom of my heart, man. So yeah, thank you. All right, y'all. Till the next one, y'all have a blessed one. I'll catch y'all later. All right, peace.